Let's do an update on one of the cases every gun owner in the country should have their eyes on, and probably have for the last 4 going on 5 years now. And that is the Duncan v. Becerra case, which is the magazine restrictions in California. We'll talk about what happened yesterday here on the next episode of Guns and Gadgets. Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your premier source for Second Amendment news. Excuse the sun that just decided it was going to come out as I was setting up, so we'll have to roll with it, and I guess I'll see how much this camera can deal with this new lens. So, Duncan v. Becerra. This is the case, the magazine ban case in California, Freedom Week, and it's been a bumpy ride. This case started based off of a 2016 laws that came out, which said that you couldn't have a magazine that had more than 10 rounds as a capacity. Again, I don't make up these arbitrary numbers, and I don't understand why 10 is their number, but we know the struggle. Okay, this isn't something new. We've been talking about this case for a while, and this case has run the gamut. It went to see Judge Benitez, who is like the patron saint of the Second Amendment in California, and he came out and said, and you'll remember I've been chronicling this throughout its journey here in the channel, that he said that that ban was unconstitutional because it put thousands and thousands of California residents in harm's way because it made them a criminal for trying to defend themselves. So he deemed that as unconstitutional. You remember that opened up the ability to purchase standard capacity magazines in California, and he eventually put his own stay on his own ruling about a week later, and it's turned out that that was brilliant. So the Attorney General in California could not let that stand, that freedom would be brought into California for gun owners. They had to continue to be tyrannical. So he appealed to the Ninth Circuit to have judges tell that this one judge that you're crazy, we can ban anything we want. So it went in front of a 3-judge panel, and shocking to most of us, that 3-judge panel upheld Judge Benitez's decision that magazine restriction law was unconstitutional. And it was great. However, they kept the stay in place. And when I say that it was kind of shocking, because I mean, most times you appeal to the Circuit Court of Appeals federally, especially in an anti-gun state and even a region, then you expect it to be overturned. However, one of the biggest benefits of the Trump administration was the insane amount of federal judges he was able to appoint that are supposed to be, ultimately it will play itself out, but they're supposed to be more conservative and constitutional leaning, right? Or constitutionalists, as they're supposed to be. So that 3-judge panel came out and said, yes, this isn't right. And well, you know, the Attorney General couldn't stand by that. He appealed it to an en banc hearing. And if you're familiar with how courts operate, every circuit but the Ninth, en banc means every judge on the panel except the Ninth is so big, they do like a lottery where judges are picked at random, and one of those 11 judges on that panel has to be the Chief Justice of the Ninth Circuit, and that's where we're at right now. So the judges in the Ninth Circuit voted by a majority to hear this ruling en banc, a second bite at the apple to continue the infringements and to stop this constitutional movement related to the Second Amendment. So that's where we are now. It has been taken up by it will take up an en banc hearing, or will have an en banc hearing. So that was what came down this week here. So everybody's watching this case. Even if you live in a state that doesn't restrict magazine capacities or styles or looks or colors, you know, hey, yay for that, as John Lovell says, and congratulations for you. But I live in a state that is tyrannical, and while all the states who have magazine restrictions are watching this case, because no matter what happens on this en banc review, whether it's deemed unconstitutional or not, it will go to the Supreme Court. So this case is going to go to the Supreme Court. It could take a long time, but ultimately that's where it's going to go. Because if it's ruled to still be unconstitutional, and the only way that would happen is because of the influx of these, Republican appointed judges, where there's a good chance, it's a lottery. So there's a chance that you could have one more conservative judge on this panel. Maybe not, but it's a chance. So they could say that, yes, this magazine ban is unconstitutional. California will not let that stand. It will be appealed to the United States Supreme Court. And then it's up to the court if they're going to take it or not. And even if it's deemed to be a constitutional infringement, then this California Rifle and Pistol Association will absolutely appeal it to the Supreme Court. I'm proud to say I'm a member of the California Rifle and Pistol Association, even as a resident here in Massachusetts, and you should be too. And I always say support those who support you. This case started 2016, late 2016, early 2017. I can't remember off the top of my head. I literally brought this out, set it up, and hit record. But this case has been going on for years through every step of the judicial system. And now we're at the en banc Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit, and that's big. So it's very, very expensive. So please, if you're not a member and you can afford, I don't know off the top of my head, it can't be much, it's like $35 probably. If you can afford that, then join the CRPA, the California Rifle and Pistol Association, CRPA, and support the cause. If you can afford maybe a little more, maybe donate a little more if you can. But a little goes a long way. I'll have a link down below how you could join right up there, and I get nothing out of it, and I don't want anything out of it when it comes to supporting groups that are fighting the fight. So yeah, this will end up regardless in front of the Supreme Court, but how long will it take for the en banc panel to hear it? Could be quick, could be a year. It takes a long time. And of course, attorney's fees rack up. So, and real quick, I mentioned why I said that everybody should be watching this. If you live in a state that is restricting magazines, then this case should have your eyes, because especially if it goes to the Supreme Court. But if the Ninth Circuit says that's an unconstitutional ban, then it can be taken as judicial advice in a different circuit. Doesn't mean just because it happened in the Ninth that it's automatically going to be the law of the land. It would have to be fought, and you'd have to have a judge or a panel take that into consideration. There's a lot of legal mumbo-jumbo that goes on. It's not as cut and dry. However, if it does go to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court takes it up, their ruling is the law of the land. So this could very easily affect every single state. It's going to end up affecting every single state. And the good part is that it's deemed unconstitutional, and everybody gets to carry standard capacity magazines, buy them, sell them, hoard them, whatever. And the bad part would be as if they uphold it, right? That would be terrible. And one of the reasons that the states who don't have restrictions on magazines should be watching is just that scenario right there. If they come and say that this is an okay way to restrict magazines, then this will affect, if the Supreme Court goes with that, this will affect everybody. And the reason I'm bringing that out is because the dissent here in this 3-judge panel is it's a theory or an idea that has festered throughout the land, throughout the country, and that is this. I think it was Judge Lee, I think is her name, off the top of my head, but she said that restricting magazine capacity doesn't affect somebody's Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms, because the magazine's not a gun, and they can still possess weapons and utilize weapons to protect themselves and their family. The capacity isn't restricting that ability, and that is what every anti-gun state that has a magazine ban has leaned on. And if that takes place federally, guys and gals, it's going to be a bad thing, because Biden's already said he thinks 10's too much, he thinks 7's too much. He said, actually, for hunting, he thinks 3's too much. So that's where we are. I just want to do an update on Duncan v. Becerra. It's a major case. It is going to end up, in my mind, a landmark case, because I don't think the Supreme Court can not take this up. But we saw last year they refused like 12 cases. But yeah, my eyes and ears are open for this. Support those who support you. If you can join CRPA, please do. Any other group that has jumped in to support them too. Firearms Policy Coalition, Gun Owners of America, whatever group, even if it's a small state group that's jumped in, support them if you can. This is a big one, guys and gals, so we'll keep our eyes and ears open to this one. If you are new to this channel, this is where I cover Second Amendment news no matter where it happens, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. And if that's something you're interested in, please hit that subscribe button down below and join this growing freedom family. YouTube is holding the news back. Anything that's like constitutional or patriotic anymore, they restrict it. So I depend on you, the viewer, to help by hitting the thumbs up and sharing it with everybody you know. It is a huge help to the channel, helps get the news out. And for that, I thank you. Again, guys and gals, I'm here daily to bring this to you. And as you can see, I had to come outside because it's loud, because I got kids everywhere. And just had to get out. So here I am freezing. But I'm going to go back inside till we see each other again. Be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.